you have no idea what people next to you are doing. So we don't get distracted by anyone else's practice. Just one more round. And then releasing the hands, slowly making your way onto all fours. And just wiggling the hips a little bit from side to side. Just coming forwards and backwards a little bit from the heels to the hands. And then we're going to come back to the feet, walk the hands back, lift the knees off the mat. And it's a little bit challenging with your eyes closed when you're balancing, but maybe see if you can do it in like pockets. Get yourself set up and then maybe closing down the eyes again, really challenging your balance here. And when it's been really windy too, that also challenges our balance, so it will be extra challenging. Again, no judgment. And then gradually lowering the hands back down, lifting the buttocks, dropping the head to the floor, just coming into a forward fold. You can bend the knees or have the legs straight, gently nodding the head, yes. And shaking the head, no. Then relaxing the shoulders by grabbing hold of opposite elbows. Getting that little extra help with the pull down towards the ground, to the earth. Now just gradually start moving your weight from one foot to the other, swinging the elbows from side to side. And then releasing the hands. On your next inhale, maybe an extra bend in the knees to roll up to standing, one vertebra at a time. And then once you're up, bringing your focus back down into the soles of the feet. Nicely grounding through the soles of the feet, allowing any physical sensations to subside. Maybe a cleansing breath if you like, or just a little bit more extended exhale, whatever you feel like. And from here, you can gradually just open the eyes, just to make your way to the front of the mat. We're going to move into our sun salute, and once you've got your grounding at the front of the mat, maybe it's okay, you can close your eyes again. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a deep inhale, draw the arms overhead, stretching at nice length along the spine. And then as you exhale, come into your forward fold. Now as you inhale, come into your halfway lift. And as you exhale, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, lowering the knee, inhaling, arms to the ceiling, drawing it out. Exhale to bring the hands to frame the front foot. Stepping into your plank pose, finding your chaturanga, nicely core engagement. Make sure the hips don't droop. Inhale, low cobra or your up dog. Softness in the face. And as you exhale, push back into your Ardha Mukha down dog. Just 3 breaths here. Just allowing all the parts that don't need to be engaged here, like the neck, the face, the head, allowing it to soften nice and strong through the hands, the arms, the legs, the feet, pushing the weight towards the back of the mat. At the end of your exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step the right foot to the front. Lowering the left knee. Inhale to bring the arms up. Nice stretch. As you exhale, lower the hands. No breath as you step the left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale to scoop it all up. Palms together. Exhale, palms to the heart. Releasing the hands. Inhale for your second round. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat. Lowering the knee, inhaling the arms into your low lunge. And as you exhale, left arm to the back of the right thigh, leaning over to the left. Nice stretch there diagonally. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. And then exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot, step into your plank, find your core. Continue to exhale as you do your chaturanga, low cobra or up dog. And then engage your core as you push back into your Adho Mukha, down dog. Again, reconnecting with the breath. 3 nice, long, deep breaths. Engaging the parts that need to be engaged. Softening the parts that don't. Unclenching the teeth. And at the end of your next exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step the right foot to the front between the hands. Lower the knee. Inhale, arms to the ceiling, low lunge. And as you exhale, right hand to the back of the left thigh. Leaning over to the right, getting that nice side stretch. Inhale, both arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the floor. No breath to step the left foot to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Beautiful focus. Inhale, scooping it all up. Beautiful. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart, brushing past the heart space. Releasing the hands. We're going to do one more round. Inhale, scoop it all up. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And this time, as you exhale, step or jump both feet into your plank pose. Finding your core. Finding your chaturanga. Inhale into your low cobra or your up dog. Full breath. Before you exhale into your Adho Mukha, down dog. Just you and your breath on your mat. Taking a deep cleansing inhale here. Sighing it all out, just flushing it out. Next inhale, lifting the heels off the mat, coming onto the tippy toes. Exhaling the heels back down. Inhale, heels off. Exhale, back down. Beautiful. Just one last one. Inhale, heels off. And back down. Now bringing the right foot now between the hands. And keeping that left knee on the floor, left hand on the floor. And then taking a deep inhale as you bring the right arm to the ceiling. Now you can stay or you can lift the left knee off the floor, straightening the leg, push out through the heel. Just double check that you're stacking the knee on top of the ankle. So just check your angles of your ankle and the knee. Is the knee right on top of the ankle, or is the knee a little over? And then with your next exhale, lower the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Beautiful. Nice balance. Exhale back down. Now bring the right hand on the outside. Now you can either step back into your plank and then bring the left foot forward, or you can jump to switch the feet. Beautiful. Lowering the right knee just to start with. As you inhale, bring the left arm to the ceiling. Nice, strong to that right hand. You can stay, or you can lift the right knee off the floor, straightening the leg, push out through the heel, nice and strong. Now with your next exhale, lower the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Beautiful. Exhale back down, bringing the left hand to the outside. If you did a jump to switch, you can jump again, or you can just walk it. Beautiful. Now taking a deep inhale. At the end of the exhale, stepping the left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale to draw yourself all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, palms to the center of the chest. Just take a moment here. When you're ready, just relax the arms by the side. Grounding through the soles of the feet, finding your breath. Softening the face, the head. Grounding through the soles of the feet, just as if you're growing your roots deep down into the earth. Beautiful. Next inhale, we're going to draw the arms again overhead. And as you exhale, come into your forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, stepping into your plank pose, hands to the floor. You can choose chaturanga or just come straight into your down dog. Elbows tucked into the sides, not out to the sides, so really aligning the direction of the mat. Push back into your Adho Mukha down dog when you're ready. Now with your next inhale, bringing the left leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, you bring the left foot to the front of the mat between the hands. Beautiful. Inhale to come into your warrior one. Both hands to the ceiling. Beautiful. Now interlocking as you exhale, interlocking the hands behind your lower back. And then inhale to open the chest. Maybe look up, maybe lifting the hands off the bottom. And then with your next exhale, forward fold over that left thigh. Maybe the hands come a little higher, so drop the head lower. Staying with your breath. As you exhale, lower the hands back down. And then inhale, push yourself back up, warrior one. Beautiful. Now straightening the front leg. And then bringing the hands to the hips. Inhale to lengthen. Nicely engaging that left leg. Exhale to lean forwards. You can drop the right hand to the floor to block the right hand, not the left hand. Or anywhere to your foot, your left foot if you need to. Bring the left hand to your hip. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, twisting to the left side, pulling the left hip back, pushing the right hip forward. You can keep the left hand where it is, or you can reach it to the ceiling. And just checking, are you still breathing? With your next exhale, bend the front knee, lower the hands, frame the front foot, step into your plank pose, choosing chaturanga or straight into down dog. If you're in your down dog, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, nice and strong through the hands. If you want, cleansing breath here. Before you return to your nostril breathing. The end of your next breath, bringing the right foot to the front of the mat between the hands. As you inhale, bring the arms overhead, warrior one, opposite side. Arms to the ceiling. Good work, guys. And then as you exhale, interlock the hands behind your lower back. Open the heart, the chest, the armpits, the throat. And then as you exhale, forward fold over that left thigh. Dropping the head, maybe lifting the hands a little higher. And as you exhale, lower the hands. Inhale to push yourself back up. Warrior one. Beautiful. Straighten the front leg. Make sure you pull the kneecap up to engage your thigh. Bring the hands to the hips. Find your inhale, lengthening the spine. Before you exhale, leaning forwards. Dropping that right hand where it naturally falls. Sorry, left hand, guys, my mistake. Either on the block, the floor, or the leg. Right hand to the hip. Inhale to lengthen again. Before you exhale, twisting to the right side. Soften the face, stay with your breath. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. And then exhale to lower the right hand to the floor. Stepping into your plank pose, again choosing chaturanga or just down dog. Staying with your breath. Exhale, Adho Mukha Down Dog when you're ready. 3 breaths here before you come into your child's pose. Nice and strong through the hands, grounding through 4 points. That's beautiful focus, guys. I'm really impressed. You managing to stay in balance despite your eyes being closed. You can have the knees together or wide apart in your child's pose, whatever you need. Softening the head, the forehead into the mat. Softening the shoulders, the elbows, the hands. Just taking a few deep breaths again here. The belly has space between the thighs. Expand and contract. If you want, cleansing breath. Next inhale, making your way back up onto all fours. Exhale into your last down dog for the class. And at the end of your next exhale, look forward between the hands. Come to a jump through to a cross-legged seat between the hands. Doesn't matter how you get there. Beautiful. Just grounding through the seat bones now. Just having the legs crossed. So see if you can cross at the shins, heels on the opposite knees. Just allowing everything to settle. You've been up, down a lot, upside down, and the head's back up. Just noticing how it feels to be in your body, in that physical structure that you're in. You're still observing. Now from here, I'm going to find that length in the spine again. Now if you want to intensify this hip opener, you can bring the heel of the front, the leg in front, onto the opposite knee. So if your right leg is in front, the right heel on top of the left knee. If that's too strong, just stay cross-legged, but make sure you're crossing at the shins. I inhale to find the length in the spine. And then as you exhale, maybe there's room to start walking the hands out in front. So if you can soften into both hips. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Maybe there's room to deepen the pose. Maybe you stay where you're at. Doesn't matter. Breathing in space where there's tightness in this pose. Breathing in some flow where there's immobility or resistance. Softening the face, softening the shoulders. And then on your next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back, bring the torso upright. We're going to swap legs. So opposite leg in front, or opposite heel on the other knee. Staying with your practice, just you on your mat, having a time out from life. Taking a deep inhale to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, taking your time to gradually come into a supported, nurturing forward fold. So just want to think about if you're pushing too much, maybe you can pull back. Resist the urge to just push through any discomfort, but rather just allow the breath to forge a bit of a path, a bit of space. Bring softness to the parts of the body that doesn't need to be engaged in this pose. Relaxing the legs and the hips if you can. Just breathing into the tight spots. And then on your next inhale, just gradually making your way back up. Straightening both legs out in front, bringing the hands behind. So just resting into your hands for a few moments. So allowing the hips, the thighs, the lower legs to just soften. And taking a deep inhale as you push the chest to the ceiling. Just sighing it out. And exhale, chin back to the chest. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Bring the hips towards the heels and then come down onto your back. Arms out to the side, head to the floor, neutral spine. Maybe this is the first time you're just being fully supported and held since you woke up this morning. Now we're going to bring the hands down by the side, palms facing down. Now inhale as you bring the knees to the chest. And exhale. Now with your next inhale, push away from the hands and bring the lower back and buttocks off the floor, knees to the forehead, hands to support your lower back. Maybe shuffle the elbows a little closer. See if the whole palm can rest on your lower back rather than just holding sort of under the hips. Now with your next inhale, we're going to straighten the right leg to the ceiling. Exhale to bring it back to the forehead. Inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, knee back to the forehead. And inhale, both legs to the ceiling. Barbie toes, engaging the legs. If your feet are pointing very much towards or leaning towards the top of your mat, see if you can bring them a bit more straighter towards the ceiling. Now, so you're going to need to tuck the tailbone, push the hips towards the head. Now with your next exhale, we're going to lower the right toes to the head above the floor. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale to bring it back to the ceiling. Beautiful. Exhale, opposite toes to the floor. Inhale to the ceiling. Beautiful. Our next exhale, you can either straighten both legs towards the floor or lower them towards the floor, or you can bend the knees on either side of the head. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're softening, relaxing the face, the throat. Now we're going to lower the hands to the floor behind you. Now make sure your core is engaged, and then gradually we're going to lower down the spine one vertebra at a time. If you can do it as controlled as possible, core switched on. Now, if you can, bring the hands a little closer, thumbs touching, so that your sacrum rests on top of your hands once you're all the way down. Just gives a little bit of an elevation. So the buttocks should be on top of your hands at some point, but your hands should be on the floor. Sorry. Now feet. Oh, so the feet came down too, guys. I meant your feet stay up. So we're going to have a little bit of core. Sorry. Now you can either have the legs straight here, or you can bend the knees slightly, particularly if you've got a sore back. Now make sure you engage the arms, the legs, the core, and then from your next exhale, we're going to count down from 10. Start lowering the feet to the floor from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover and release all the way down. Bringing the hands out from underneath you. Just taking a moment here to just relax in neutral. Just noticing any parts of the body where you can feel a release after this pose. Maybe you can feel it in the lower back or along the spine. I'm going to come into a bit of a counter pose, but if you feel like hugging the knees in just for a moment before we do it, you're welcome. If not, you can just bend the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. And bring the hands down by the side, palms facing down. And just make sure that your heels are hip width underneath your knees. Now with your next inhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone, slowly lift the hips off the floor towards the ceiling. And then if you like, you can stay like that, or you can interlock the hands underneath your buttocks, stack the shoulders underneath you to open the chest even more. Keep lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Keep aiming the knees towards the center of the mat. Pushing away from the feet. Staying with your breath. So 3 deep breaths here. Expanding from the belly all the way up into the chest on the inhale. Exhale, stay lifted. We're contracting from the chest down into the belly. Softening the face. Staying with your breath here. Beautiful work, girls. Nearly done. And once you've done your 3 breaths, releasing the hands, the shoulders, trickling down 1 vertebra at a time. Make sure the tailbone is the last thing to touch the floor. Heels slightly out, knees resting in. Just taking a moment here, again in neutral, before we do any other movements. If you like, you can windscreen wipe the knees from side to side to massage or release your lower back if you need to. And then pulling the knees to the chest, grab hold behind the knees, and do a few spine rolls, forwards, backwards, releasing the spine. And then come up when you're ready, just putting an extra layer on, setting yourself up for your Shavasana. And now you can either choose to come onto your back without any props, or you can use a block under your sacrum, or you can bring the legs up the wall. If you have a block underneath you, make sure the feet are wide apart. So as little pressure on the lower back as possible. Finding your resting place. Yeah. And once you've settled in, you've made adjustments, done the shuffles, you really need to be comfortable. Taking a deep inhale when you're ready to be fully quiet. And to exhale, full permission to surrender everything back into the earth. You don't have to hold anything here.
So just bringing your attention to your breath. Just taking a few deeper inhales, longer exhale, just noticing if there's more space to breathe into, if it's more effortless to breathe deeply than at the beginning of the class. Bring some movements to the fingers. Your legs are up the wall, bringing the knees down to the chest. You've got a block underneath you. Just bringing the block to the side, just so the spine can be neutral for a few moments before we finish the class. If you like, you can come into a happy baby when you're ready. And we're going to do a bit of a shake up like we did last week. We're going to make a bit of sound. Just bring the hands to the side. If you want to come away from the wall a little bit, that's probably a good idea. Just stay on your back. Have the feet and the hands in the air. And then we're going to start shaking it towards the ceiling. And then simultaneously having an audible breath. Keep shaking a little bit longer. Let me hear you. I want to hear you all. I want to hear you on the screen, girls. Come on. Gonna do 10 more seconds. Deep inhale and shake it out. Let's hear it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it all down like a sack of potatoes. Beautiful. When you're ready, rolling onto your right side in your own time, just making your way up to a comfortable meditation seat. Eyes closed. Maybe you can focus your attention in the heart space. Just allow yourself to sit with yourself at the end of the class. Just
observing what or if anything came up, just observing without judgment, acknowledging. We're going to seal off our class today with 3 ohms. So just imagine when we go into this very simple sound meditation. Imagine that the vibration of the sound just emanates from the heart, radiates out into all parts of your body, into all cells, rejuvenating, clearing, just lovingly giving attention to all the bits, all the parts. Take a deep inhale to start. And another inhale. Last one from the heart. As we inhale, scooping the arms overhead again, palms together. Exhale, bringing it all back into the heart space. Arms to the third eye as we gently bow the head. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Beautiful evening.